places where the map ends and the unknown begins, where shadows whisper and the truth hides in plain sight. Welcome to Agents of the Unexplained, the broadcast for those who seek what others fear to find. Here is your host, Bill Rigby.
Bill Rigby leads the way into the strange. Whispers in the static, truth inside.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm going to do an update that I feel that we need to talk about of the Ohio Bigfoot sightings. You know, I should keep my mouth shut for right now but I'm not, because you know me, I don't know how to shut up. So, here we go. I watched the Steve Calls podcast last night with Jeremiah on there. We didn't get enough answers. Steve didn't do no hard-hitting questions because some of the answers he gave leads up to it's going to be more evidence going to come out. Is it? I don't know. I hope. He says he has a guy on the ground. Let's hope he does. That's talking to the witnesses and hopefully have some kind of evidence go along with this, not just their statements, about their experience. Too many people has been going there, so I don't know what evidence can be found. I was told about a person that lives on the one road is 35 miles an hour, and the cops are having a field day ticketing people. I've been told about you can't find a place to park in those areas because everybody and their brother. Another one said that, there's plates from 3 states away, or 3 out-of-state plates. So, with that being said, everybody and their brothers there, they're trampling through the woods, whatever, destroying evidence. So what evidence can they get us? Not a damn thing with 1,000 people over there. The other thing I got a problem with, not a single, and I mean a single, local researchers that are known in that area for researching Bigfoot got a report. The BFRO had no internal reports. Mark DeWerth was looking into it. He went into the internal reporting. So, with that, there's a lot of questions. Granted, these people sounded legit on the phone. Anybody can sound legit on the phone. Okay. I hope they are legit. I hope they got some other evidence. The one lady, I was told about her daughter was talking down on a West Virginia site. I can't remember off the top of my head. I read it real quick. Her mom is still shook up from her sighting. That's a good possibility. I'm not doubting that. What I'm doubting is we need more evidence, and we're not going to have it unless these people got pictures of prints. Is there tree structures in the area? Not with 1,000 people going through there. Someone's going to be making it. You got all these people whooping and hollering, beating on trees, chasing the Bigfoots away. I guarantee it. And it's a shame. I can't point her there, Bev. I don't know who she is. I was told about it on another site. Or I would. Well, one report, Beverly, was you see nothing but a bunch of flashlights going through the woods at night. So they're doing both, daylight and nighttime. I'm sorry. If this is true, evidence is being destroyed by idiots. Yes, I did say idiots. Instead of letting the good researchers in there, even the local good researchers, I'm sorry. It's a shame. Everybody thinks they're the best. They want their 15-minute of fame. I made a mistake making a post saying I was going there, and everyone started messaging me. Yeah, Bev, they will drive them out to other areas. Driving them out of their homes. That's just nuts. Leona and Jim Florence, Ed Weiland, Mike Miller, Jack Warren, all these guys are somewhat local to that area. Why haven't they got contacted? That's Jack. Yeah, you just popped in there when I say your name, and there you are. Jack, I said, why haven't you got a report? Leona and Jim, Ed, Mike Miller, you guys are known for that area. And you guys are great researchers. You're not, but none of you got a report. And from what I got reported to me about that area, with all these idiots going in there, trampling all over everything, beating on trees, whooping and hollering, and flashlights at night. Come on, people. I'm not doubting Jeremiah got these calls, he did a phone interview. He has, I think the guy's name is Glenn from Ohio Bigfoot Project, going to be the boots on the ground for him. Because he was the first one to contact him to say he wants to go interview these people. So, that's great. Did these people take pictures of prints? I doubt it. Did they contact local researchers? No. I don't know who this Glenn is from Ohio Bigfoot Project. I just started hearing about that not that long ago. Exact when, I don't know. But I hope he comes up with some evidence to help the cause here. I'll guarantee you that area is trampled down, unfortunately. Jack, didn't you have a friend try to get there I think that's what the one message said. Traveled a distance to get there and couldn't even find a parking area because everybody and their freaking brothers there. And that's why you don't really post this stuff on Facebook. That's why the BFRO don't post stuff till after they investigate. And I just kind of complain about that, but I see the reasoning tenfold. You know, Amy Boo's name came up on Steve Call's show, saying, "Look out, Amy, they're coming your way." And Steve, I think Steve or Chris said, Amy's probably standing out on her back deck with the binoculars watching for her. They made a joke about that, but no, they believe in Amy's research, but I'm surprised she wasn't contacted first on that. Man, that's going fast. Yeah, it was a circus too, Jack and Beverly. Yeah, get followers. Yeah, I'll guarantee he got international followings from this. He's had followers because he's been doing this podcast for a while, but this just blew up out of the extremely high. They ruined it for everyone. They did, Beverly. They ruined it for everyone. And yeah, the one I'd love to gone in there with is on here right now is Jack. He's a hell of a tracker. He's a hell of a researcher. Really? You think? Maybe. Jack, I don't know. You know, I ain't going to say nothing on the way I'm thinking. It's just wrong of me. But, all right, here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. You let the better researchers get in there. You're not going to get 15 minutes of fame. You're not going to get great notoriety. You're not going to get paid. Let the researchers that know what they're doing get in there, investigate this, and get the evidence. They don't do it. They trample everything down and act like they know what they're doing, and they don't know their ass from the hole in the ground. Yes, I'm saying that. I ain't saying I'm one of the best researchers out there. I'm far from it. The problem is I do know how to research. I do know how to track. But I'm not out to make a name for myself. I'm out to find out what they are, why they're doing it, the whole 9 yards. And I got in a discussion this morning, and I'm going to stick by this one. I don't think all the sightings are true. I really don't. I believe they were not migrating. They were different Bigfoots that were seen. Sizes, colors, the whole 9 yards. You know, their shape. Some was heavy, some weren't. I believe they were out foraging. It's that time of year. The mushrooms are coming up. ramp is coming up. Skunk weed, the balls of it, they're eating that. Ramp they're eating. So, they're getting some greenery in their stomachs. I believe that's what some of those sightings were about. A couple of the other ones, probably rogue males looking for a mate, like Jack said yesterday. I believe that. And I'm sticking by that. Because, we as researchers try to do the right thing. Try not to, destroy nature. Try not to do all this crazy stuff out there. But look for the evidence. That's what we try to do. And we're going to do it. Yeah. Whoa. I got one in the neighborhood. And it's getting closer, folks. Oh, I got to go out and investigate. Come on, people. How many had that game call out there using it while these people are out in the woods? And you're right, Jack. Oh, yeah. They still get out. You like that, Bobby? Oh, shit. So, yeah, we do have a problem with these people out there. I love Jack Warren because he's a no-nonsense researcher. He really is. And he calls it like he sees it. So, the thing is that I think that there are more areas in Ohio and PA being drilled for gas wells that are disturbing them. That's possibility. But if you go up around Marionville and all that, you got all these trails cut through the woods to these gas wells. But you got a lot of woods too. And I don't think they're disturbing them like you think, Beverly. I really don't. I believe they are around those gas wells because the roads cut into them make good pathways for not just them, deer, coyote, whatever. I believe they're good. They're good for hunting, not just from us humans' point of view, but game uses them. Game trails. Look at that. I don't think that's hurting them. So, no, I really don't. What I think is hurting them is all thousands of people going through these areas where the sightings are, disturbing everything. The evidence to pushing them out of there, pushing them out of their habitat. That is BS to me. Total BS. Now, I'll guarantee you the people are going nuts up there with the howls and the tree knocks. I really do believe that. You know, that's the thing. They're hearing a knock and they're knocking back, thinking they're sending a response, and all they're doing is knocking to the next person or howling to the next person. Just stupid. And I will say that, just stupid. Yeah, Jack, many reported sightings around gas wells. As well as disturbances. Yes, very much so. Now, Jack, do you like to come on with me right now? I'll send you the link. I think people need to hear your input. I really do. Bobby, I'm going to put that up on the screen. You're 110% right. I agree. And they want the 5 minutes of fame. Everyone and their brother are out there because they think they could be the next one to find one. You didn't answer me, Jack. Do you want to come on? Yeah. I bet they are. I bet they are, Jack. Here, let me do this. Boom. Boom. There's the link, Jack. But yeah, there we go. Yes, I'm alive. Oh. My brother William Nighthawk. All I'm going to say, I better get my headphones when Jack comes in because I ain't going to hear him. Bobby, shut up. Jack Link. Now I need some beef jerky. There was a small one, Val, a small one. But I think it was the weather. I believe it was the weather because it got warm. The greeneries start coming up and they start moving. I believe that. And all right, Deborah. Beef jerky and Dr. Pepper. But yeah, I really do have a problem with all this stuff that's going on over there and all these sightings. There we go.
Here, old antivirus software.
There you go, brother.
Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Just you. You're the man. I got a serious problem with everyone going there and ruining it for the real researchers.
Oh, there you go. What do you expect? You know, how many of us, when we first started out, heard something, and then all of a sudden, hey, let's go there before we knew anything.
110%. 110%.
I don't blame them, but
I don't
that's how you
blame-
learn.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
But when you see all these other people there, back the hell off.
Oh yeah, if we would have went there and seen that, I would have said, Bill, come on, I got a better place we can go to. I guarantee you nobody's going to be there.
Colleen, no, they're not moving southeast toward Lake Milton. It's several different sightings. They're
Exactly.
foraging.
They said basically what they will do is
And I really do believe that's what they were doing. Am I wrong, Jack?
to get it.
You're probably that's a possibility. Hello, Colleen.
And I believe some of them are moving in toward Ravenna Arsenal. They probably came out of there because
Well,
there has
there's-
been sightings there.
West Branch is right across the street also.
Yes.
I just seen that. I pulled it up on the map. And another report from a private individual not connected with this podcast guy was driving down the road just past the Dollar General, and something flew by in front of him on the road. He slammed on his brakes. He said the thing flew through the air and landed on the other side of the road. And all he could make out was head and feet. And then he stopped and backed up. And at the side of the road, he thought was a Bigfoot standing there. Now, I know Bigfoots can jump, but I never knew them flying through the air. I'm thinking maybe a dog man, because dog men will do that.
Yes.
But to get back to the podcasting, a witness sent me a friend's request. It was the college student from Kent State. I forgot his name offhand.
Right.
But he was the one that seen the one standing by the tree. And he went back and found two muddy footprints by the tree. Now, why didn't he take a picture of the footprints?
That's a good
Everybody
question.
has a phone. Everybody.
Yeah, I got one right here. Yes.
I got one in my hand.
Yeah. But all right, now, like with my sighting that you caused, you caused that sighting, Jack. You're the one that invited me to that camp out. It's all your fault. But at that point, I was not thinking of taking a picture. But when it comes
Right, exactly.
to footprints, why didn't he take a picture?
Right, and this was after the fact.
Yes. So I don't agree with that. That something's not right.
Right. And another thing, that friend of ours that went there yesterday drove 150 miles one way to get up there. And he said it was a circus. He didn't even bother stopping or anything. But in his opinion, there might have been one legitimate sighting, and it snowballed from there.
I'm going to say 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
And another person messaged me because I questioned this guy, this podcaster, because I've never heard of him. Well, he got his information from his friend that runs the maps part of it. He's the one that started it all.
Okay. All right.
Now that's secondhand information, but the guy that messaged me this, he's a brother to me, and I trust him.
Right. And that speaks highly right there.
And he lives in Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay, here's the problem I have too, Jack, with all honesty. With all those sightings, Jim and Leona never got a report. Ed
Oh,
Weiland didn't get a report. Mike
right.
Miller,
Tim Stover.
you,
Tim Stover would have been on it.
Yeah.
That's his area.
Yeah, and none of you guys got a report.
None
All
of us
went
did.
to Arizona. I have a problem with that. You know, you guys are well known throughout there. So there is my problem.
Right.
And something else I need you to do, Jack. Tell Becky I said hi.
I sure will.
Yeah. Tim Vogel, I'm glad you're out here. You got to listen to this crap I'm spreading. But yeah, seriously, you know, we're having those problems with that. You know, no local researchers that are known, that are good researchers, were not contacted.
Right.
Do you know?
And ones that were, I never heard of them before, except my friend that drove up there.
Right.
And you know him too, but I'm not going to mention his name.
No, not on here. No. Ohio Bigfoot Project. Glenn from there. I just started hearing about him. He's the first one to contact Ryan.
I've never heard of him.
Me neither. I'm going to be at OBC. I hope he's there. I want to meet him. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Diane. The thing is, no real evidence was shared on Steve Call's show last night. No pictures, of course.
It's all just, it's just all verbal.
Yes.
It's all verbal.
Jeremiah talked to these eyewitnesses on the phone. He said they sound pretty credible.
Well, that could be. We'll never know.
Yes.
Unless one of us contact them. And I do have the one guy that reached out to me, the kid from Kent State. He's a student there. And Kent State's a little bit west from where these sightings were.
Yes.
So that puts him in the area.
You need to have him meet you there.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Really? Okay.
I washed my hands of it.
All
It's too much. And you know me.
Yeah, you don't usually walk away from a situation like this.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need the extra headaches. I can go down there and probably find evidence myself right now, because I guarantee you I would go in where none of these people have been, because they won't do it.
I'll
Because they're not
guarantee that
hardcore.
too. I'll guarantee that too. You sure in hell would, in a heartbeat.
Because if I got to get down on my hands and knees and crawl, believe me and Becky's been there and done it.
Yep.
We got cut up. Becky almost had her jeans ripped off of her. We were going through so many briars one day.
Yep. Yeah, because Becky goes right with you too.
Yep.
You're right. Wow, Bill. Bill Nighthawk goes, sounds like a good way to make a serious researcher of cryptid and paranormal look crazy. Yes, it does. You know, it's making us look crazy.
Hang on, I got to answer my other self.
All right. But the thing is, if we get reports. We don't automatically publish them that quick.
No, we don't
No.
publish them until we investigated it, did an interview if it's possible, and if they're okay of publishing it or going public.
And I like to do some better research, go on the internet and do some library research on the area.
Well, I can guarantee you this. Within a 50-mile radius of where all these supposed sightings were, there are Bigfoots in that area, definitely. I would stake my life on it. I've had
Ravenna Arsenal's
reports.
not far from there, and they've been seen in there.
I found footprints at West Branch. I've had tree knocks at West Branch. And believe me, where we were, it was me, Ed Whelan. I think Amy Boo was with us that day, and a friend of hers. I can't remember her name. Rick Tanavir, I think he was with us. And we got wood knocks.
Yeah. Tina.
And where we
It
were,
was probably Tina that was with Amy Boo.
no, it wasn't Tina.
It wasn't Tina? Oh, I'm shocked.
No, and it wasn't Monica neither. I can't remember her name.
Maybe Mona, or it's hard to say.
Right. Mona, I was saying Monica. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
No, I know.
No, Monica
I know her.
and Mona is two different ladies. Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. And yeah, that's Amy's posse.
Yep. Very good people.
Yes, very
She's
good.
good people.
Yes. You're not getting an argument out of me on that one.
Right.
And
She's done so much for me
Yeah.
in this field, and also getting me recognized a little bit
yes.
because
Well,
she gave me her Beaver Creek
Yeah.
Bigfoot gig,
Yep.
and that was just too much for me, so I gave it to somebody else.
Yeah. But no, hey, Virginia. The thing is, hey, Mary Fabian, how you doing?
Hello, Mary.
But that's the thing, it's going right back to getting the legitimate researchers in there first before all these
And now we're
Wannabes.
sitting here. Okay,
And but
Right.
like you said, like when we first started, here, let's go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did you hear this? Or hey, we got a Bigfoot up the road. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
We didn't have no tape measures. We had no casting material. We had no night vision, no thermal. Now look at us. I got all that stuff, and I rarely use it.
Same here. Same
I
here.
bought me a pair of walkers though. Listening devices,
Yeah.
headphones. I love those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was in the military and I was in field artillery, so I
Yeah.
lost a little bit of my hearing. So that helps out a lot.
Well, I wasn't in field artillery, but I lost some hearing. It's down about 25% in each ear. I just
Yep.
had my hearing tested.
I was in a 109 self-propelled howitzer. It's a big tank.
Yep.
It was an AG.
Ooh. You was a player in the field.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Country citizens. And very
Uh,
like Joey.
yeah, Mary says she leaves most of her electronics at home. She just takes her phone. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yep.
God, if I carried everything into the woods with me, I'd be tired out the first 50 feet.
Of course, they don't.
Shit.
Well,
I'm an
I
old
got
man. I admit it.
I bought 70 pounds of some forensic casting material. out of Georgia or Arkansas. Arkansas. That's where I got it from. So I got it all in bags now. I got it all nice packed up in a plastic kitty litter tote, one of them big pails. I got my bottles of water in there. I got a tape measure in there. I got a plastic pail for mixing. I got gallon Ziploc baggies. I got me a shovel, little small shovel, so I can dig them out. What I need to get those, I learned this trick from a friend of mine that was doing a casting class. It's one of those handheld mini torches.
Yeah.
So you can burn away any fine roots or leaves or any clutter that's in the print before you cast it. And plus it'll help dry it out a little bit. So I got to get me one of those because I thought that was a good idea.
Mary says she don't bother to cast. She's going just measure and take photos. That's basically what I do.
Yep,
I do
well,
have my tape measure on my side usually when I'm in there.
I don't do much casting of all the footprints I've found. I wish I would have known this when I first started and I met Jay Fouch. We found a 22-inch footprint in a creek bed with all the toes. And we didn't have no casting material with us.
That's just that much more weight to carry. Jeez,
Oh, buddy, it would have been worth it to cast that baby.
As
A
Shane
22-incher with toes, all 5 toes.
As Shane Spencer would say, need a trail buddy to carry all the stuff.
Oh, Butler.
Yeah, trail butler. Yes.
That's actually, we found that footprint at one of Shane's spots he goes to.
Yeah.
It's not far from where he lives.
That's awesome. That is really
And I
awesome.
didn't know Shane at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. I love Coshocton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jay has invited me several times and I just could not get there. And
Yep.
I'm still kicking myself in the ass for that one time. I should have went, but I had to get home.
But there'll be plenty more opportunities. He moved. He don't live in Coshocton no more. He moved to West Lafayette.
Huh.
And
He's not closer to the monkey farm then.
oh, he's a lot closer to the monkey
Oh,
farm.
is he?
Yes, he is. The monkey farm's not in Coshocton.
No.
Well,
but I thought it,
it's in the county of Coshocton,
Yeah.
but it's not in the city.
no. And I thought it was just right outside.
No,
There I go thinking again.
but the monkey farm is huge. It's a huge farm, and
Oh,
they
I know.
raise chickens there. They grow corn and they grow soybean,
Yep.
and you got two rivers that run through it, and a railroad track.
Yeah.
So
What gets me about that one picture he showed me where that Bigfoot was walking across the roof of the one building. And you knew it was
yeah,
a
that was right
Bigfoot.
in town.
Yeah.
He showed me that spot. That is right in town.
Oh, that was right in town. I thought that was in the monkey farm.
Nope.
Because he was showing me all those pictures that night, the first night I met him. And that's the one that stuck in my head, man. It's like, holy cow.
A lot of his pictures were from right there in town on the river banks. And then you look up on top of the river bank,
Beverly.
a few yards away is a house. But it's so thick, the brush on the river banks, hell, you could live there and nobody would even know you were there.
Wow. Okay.
That's how thick it is. And that's what he did. He watched them and watched them and watched them. And then he got lucky and boom, got a picture.
Yeah.
He's got them juveniles crossing across 36 through the river and coming up into town and raiding dumpsters.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're,
He got so many pictures. And,
yep. He's got
Yeah.
over 10,000 pictures.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. I got,
And people say, "Oh, where's all the pictures?"
some of his pictures are hard to distinguish.
Right. But if you know what you're
going to
looking
when you're
at,
taking it, when you're taking 300 yards away, but he got
600 yards.
Yeah, and 600.
Six-
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. He's great.
And he's not a professional photographer. He's not even an amateur.
No.
He's just screwing around with a camera.
Yep.
But he's getting a little better.
Yes. Well, he got a little better camera now too. He got so
Correct, and he knows how to use it. Most of his problem is he's holding his camera. He needs to put it on a tripod.
yeah, exactly.
Because then your camera's got out of focus. The slightest movement, boom, it's locked.
Yeah.
And that's what you get a picture of.
Huh, ain't working again. I got one outside the house. My Fox Pro. Scratch Pro. The gentleman gave this to me. And I love this thing. I used it at the one event in Johnstown. Whole crowd of people walking by. I had it down on the floor. I hit the button and it started going. Everyone's going like this here. I said, "It's right outside." A couple of people did go look. Oh, jeez. But, I'll guarantee you someone had a call like that over in those sighting areas. And just had the people going nuts. I'll guarantee it.
Yep. Well, I hope they all learned something.
Yep.
That's the only thing we can hope. And Mother Nature took care of any footprints that were left behind, because I know these creatures, or critters as I like calling them, they're very well disciplined and not to leave footprints, because that's why we only find one, maybe two.
Well, I found that trackway. I was super excited. Well, me and
You were
Buddy
lucky.
Sproul. Yeah, very. Mary's still out there. She's seen the video. I don't know if you saw the video of it, Jack, either. I'm not sure.
I don't know if I did or not.
But yeah, and it went for over 100 yards. And talk about someone's heart beating out of their chest. Wow, I was so excited. And that was my first casting, and I screwed it up.
My first prints I found were at the south end of Kinzu.
Yeah.
A small one.
Hey, Jack, keep talking to him. I got to take this phone call. It's a job call.
All right.
I keep talking.
All right. So my first prints I ever found was a small juvenile at the south end of Kinzu in Pennsylvania. There was maybe 6 footprints. There was a starting point and a finish point. And for 100 yards completely in a circle, there was nothing but sandy loam. There was a beginning and an end. And I'm still scratching my head today. Where did that little thing go to? Now, some people say that they levitate a little bit. Did it levitate and leave the area? I don't know. So I'm still scratching my head today on that one. But yeah, yesterday's rain would have washed any evidence away of these Bigfoots being in any of those areas if the storm that we had went through there. Now they might have found some structures, some X's, some twist trees, maybe that they found, but who knows how fresh, when it was made, who made it. Mother Nature could have made it, because you have to educate yourself on what Mother Nature can do, especially with the weather we got up here as far as heavy snowfall, freeze expansion.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. You still there?
The evidence in the area of these sightings, Mother Nature would have washed the prints away with the weather we had yesterday. Now, they might have found some tree breaks, some structures, things like that. But who knows who would have made those if you didn't really know what you were looking for because of the weather we have up here, as far as snowfall,
people don't know how to
freeze
study that
expansion.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's what they got to educate themselves on, what Mother Nature can do.
Yeah.
That's just one of the tools you need
Yep.
to put in your thinking cap when you go out there and look.
Well, me and Mary went on that one investigation. It was a Saturday after a sighting on Wednesday. We went on that, and she had a couple people come out that learn how to investigate. They really want to know how. So she had me showing them. And the first thing I had them studying was tree breaks. And how, and pointing it out, say, tell me what you think it is and what caused it. And then I point out to them this was weather. This was done because of this tree over here fell and hit it.
Right.
It's natural. The center's rotted. That one, we don't know what caused it.
Right.
It's a twist and break. We don't know. It's a possibility, but we don't know. And stuff like that.
Best thing was what you do is when you find a huge X and there's no place in the ground where it came from, there's no root ball, no nothing, and there's no other trees like that in the area.
Yeah,
they were brought there.
Exactly. And that's the thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And we have found those.
Oh, yes. That's the first thing I check for is a root ball.
And you see a tree, an X with a root ball in the air, search the ground, see if there's a divot in the ground from where it got ripped out of.
Right.
A lot of times you don't find that.
Right.
Oh, there's he is, the one and only, the Superman himself, Joe Kesky. How you doing, brother? These people go in there, they're looking for, look at this. Look at it, this X. Oh, look at this structure. Look at how the structure is made.
I had one guy take me to his area and he showed me all these tree breaks. I swear there had to be 40 of them. And they weren't all in one area. They were scattered out, but pretty close by. And I'm looking at them and I go, well, I hate to tell him this. I was talking to Becky at the time because she came with me, and he was down a ways. I says, this is all weather related. This is heavy snowfall.
Yep.
And this one over here was freeze expansion because we found the little knot up here with a hole, and it went all the way down the center of the tree, and the water collected. And when it froze, that water expanded and blew that tree apart. These were little saplings. It was no huge trees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I like is when the sap freezes and snaps. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
knock?
that happened too.
Yeah. Did you hear that knock? And you just, oh boy.
And that's like I tell people too. When you're in the woods, if you ever heard a real wood knock, you would know that it was not another human.
Yep.
A human cannot hit a tree that hard. And the same with rock clacking. I've had rock clacking. I love
Yeah.
that. And I was by myself, scared the hell out of me. And it was close. And I says, I'm in a marsh. I got to get out of here now.
Yep. Yep. There's this young man over in England. He shared a video with us.
Daniel?
No, friend of Daniel's.
Ah,
And you can hear, you can't get down to the river because of the brush line. It was so thick you couldn't even get through it to the river. And he was doing a live from there. And he said, there's this clacking noise I keep hearing. And I start listening. He says, there it is. And I went, yeah, that's rocks clacking together. This boy is 16 years old. He's been going out since he was 14 by himself at night researching. He's a diehard. And I love it. I do love it. And let me tell you, he says, is that a tree knock? I went, nope. That's two rocks clacking together.
right.
He says, that's right on the other side of this brush line. I went, I think they're trying to tell you something. And I think they're trying to tell you to move. I said, if you start having some rocks come up over that brush line, they're definitely telling you to move. And he said, I'm sticking this out. Oh, be careful, kid. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, you could tell it was two rocks. He was thinking it was tree knocks. No, that's not tree knocks. Definitely not.
Well-
That's wood knocking and rock knocking's two different things.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And it's sweet when you hear that rock clacking.
Yeah.
Because when you can hear it, you know the size of the rocks that they're using just by the sound.
Yep.
And you know if it's close or if it's far, far away.
Exactly.
And a lot of times it's pretty close.
Yeah, and that's just
And you're
a
getting
warning.
close to them, and it's a warning.
Yep. Guaranteed. And that's very interesting too.
I heard a light wood knock one day. Me and Becky were at our research area, and over the hill it goes into the Grand River, and it's almost straight up and down. Well, we were walking through the woods, and all of a sudden we heard this real light wood knock. And we're about 75 yards, I would say, from the edge to the edge of the hill or the drop off to the river. I go, did you hear that? She goes, yeah. I go, they're right down there.
Nope.
Let's go. As soon as we started walking that way, I would say 40 feet behind us, a tree got pushed over, hit another tree, knocked it down, and this huge ash tree fell down right behind us. We turned around and we automatically went to where the trees fell down, and the green leaves were still falling from the air when we got there. That's how close we were to it. I did
Whoa.
not see anything. And then I called my buddy and told him what went on, and he said, yeah. He says there was probably a mother down there with a young one giving it a bath, or they were getting a drink, or some reason they were down there. And the big guy up top did not want you to go over there and look down because they had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And we would have caught them. We would have seen them.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty clear on that river edge all the way through there.
Yeah.
That's in the Grand River lowlands.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and if you did kept going toward the river and looking down, you guys would have been in trouble.
Yep. I think we would have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a really good area. And that's where we got the eye shine there one night on our way out. It was red eye shine. And we did we went back the next day, and I brought my son with me, and he's 6 foot, And I told him, I said, you stand here and hold up your hand and wiggle your fingers. And I went down the trail to where I just started to see it. And when I turned around to look at him, I could barely see the tops of his fingers. So this sucker was at least 9 feet tall, if not
Yep.
taller.
Yep.
And what the sad part was, Cliff Evans was with us, and he was probably 40 yards behind us with night vision binoculars that take pictures and does videos.
Yeah.
And by the time he got up to us, it already left. And there were no hanging branches over the trail for where it could have been an owl.
Yep.
And it couldn't have been another animal.
Wow.
And it was the same area where we got the wood knock from and the tree pushed over.
Right.
I've gotten other wood knocks there. We've only found one footprint there, and it was a small one. Probably, I think it was probably about 9 inches, maybe 10.
Yeah.
But it was in a runoff that I call runoff, where the water runs down, and erodes the dirt away going
Right.
down a hill.
That's
Yeah, it
what I
was in
call
one
them.
of those. Just one print.
We've found one print everywhere. You know, Debbie Prague and I going out to the farm, we found one print. We found 2 prints, same size, a few times. We found, but mainly is one print.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they make a mistake. They
Mhm.
got careless.
It rained in that area. It was the runoff for the overflow of the water runs up on top of the ground, and it was right near that where the ground got a little soft.
And you notice how they travel.
Yep.
They'll use those ravines and those runoff spots to travel, because they know if they make a mistake, Mother Nature's going to come behind them and erase their mistake.
True.
Because I believe
Very
they're
true.
disciplined and not leaving evidence. Because
That
a lot
is
of
very
people go,
true.
well, in the wintertime, you find footprints, you ought to be able to track them right to their house.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. Because I
No.
followed footprints in the snow before and they've disappeared.
Tell me about it. I found one that way, and
I
there's
found
no
a
way they
trackway.
jumped on anything or backtracked. You could tell if they backtrack because they're not going to hit the exact same spot backing up either. I don't
Right.
care how good they are. But anyhow, I just heard him say supper's ready, so
All right, brother.
um,
And
it's good having you jump in here with me, Jack. I really appreciate
oh, no
it.
problem.
We are going to get together soon. Get a whole group
Yep.
of us together.
42 more days. Got
Yeah.
the camp out.
And I talked to Amy Copeland today. I said, I'm going to hit one of the Sotheby's, but she's supposed to let me know when she's having hers.
Uh-huh.
I owe those ladies all a big hug.
Yeah.
I
That's
do.
good.
Well, they're the ones that got me this.
Ah.
Look at my wife. Oh, no, they got me that.
That's cool.
And
That
I told
wild
her, I
bunch.
said, yes, I cried when I opened that up. And not that it hurt me.
Right.
It was within a week after she passed. So, and that means a lot to me. Those ladies are special.
There you go.
Virginia Lanigan says, good to see you, Jack. Johnny
Hi,
says
Virginia.
hi to us.
Hey, Johnny.
But anyhow, we got to get out of here.
All right. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you, Jack.
evening.
And
Keep it
Johnny,
squatchy.
step in next time. Don't wait till the ending to jump in here and watch us, guys. But all right, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Take care. Stay safe. No, there's still no bail money, so don't get in trouble. And I'm not going to bail myself out either. Later, folks.
This has been the Agents of the Unexplained Paranormal Podcast. Please like, follow, and share on all social media. And remember, the truth is out there.
Brave remain. Bill Rigby leads the way into the strange.